You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
And finally this hour, Stephen Colbert's late night show is officially coming to an end. Back in July, CBS announced that the franchise would end in May of this year, citing financial challenges. We found out yesterday that the last episode will air Thursday, May 21st. This all came after the comedian condemned CBS's parent company, Paramount Global, for settling a lawsuit with President Trump over the CBS News interview with former Vice President Kamala Harris. The comedian is set to receive the Walter Bernstein Award from the Writers Guild of America in March.
Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
We may soon find out more about Terri Schiavo's condition before her controversial death. The hearing happening today in Pinellas County, over 20 years after she was taken off life support.
Amid unrest in Minneapolis, several Democrats say they do not want to pass funding for the Department of Homeland Security, the debate that could lead to another government shutdown.
And when the temperatures dive, our friends at Sunken Gardens have to protect the tropical flora and fauna. How they're coping with the chill. And good morning, it's 8 o'clock. I'm Laura Moody.
And I'm Walter Allen in for Russell Rose. Thanks for being with us on this Wednesday morning. Dave, well advertised, chilly.
Chilly, yeah. And you were just talking about, the tropical plants and, the tropical fish and stuff like that. I think everything we're leading up to is a preview for Sunday morning, because Sunday morning will probably be the coldest overall of this entire stretch. So more on that a little bit later this hour. But I do have a gorgeous little start to the day. We had some cloud cover for a few hours overnight, and honestly made a difference in the temperatures. So 37 in Lakeland, 36 in Wesley Chapel, 39 in Tampa. Notice we are at freezing now in Brooksville. Crystal River's in the 20s. Wauchula, Arcadia, Northport in the 20s. Venice below freezing. And wind chills just a few degrees cooler, so it does feel like the 20s for many places, including Arcadia, where the wind chill's at 23 degrees now. Sunshine, yes, but another cold day overall by Florida standards. Normal high 72. We're only bringing it to the upper 50s for you.
It is wild hearing you say those temperatures, Dave. All right, taking you to the roads right now. We have a lot of volume out there. I-4 at the Notasasa Road on your westbound side. You can see that volume moving through, and some problems out there too. Still seeing that crash. Actually, it's just cleared near the Suncoast Parkway and heading on down to Little Road and Old County Road 54 through Seventh Springs. Still seeing that local crash there. All the way down to Hillsborough Avenue, seeing that crash at Kelly Road. You can see your vet southbound slow as well on that southbound side, like I mentioned. 75 moving along. Your vets picking up that volume like you saw on the maps. 275, your north apex of 75 to I-4, a 34-minute commute, so that'll be some volume for you there. Howard Franklin Bridge, though, and your other Big Bay bridges moving along fine. Laura?
All right, Elise, thank you. A disturbing story out of St. Petersburg this morning. Police are investigating the stabbing death of a 4-year-old boy, and we've learned that his mother is charged with his murder. Police tell us the boy's 16-year-old sister came home from school yesterday to find the horrific scene. Her brother Finley was stabbed in a bedroom. She also found her mother, Diana Collins, suffering from knife wounds. The mom was taken to the hospital and overnight charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say the knife and a note were found at the scene. They could not say what exactly was in the note, but they believe that the mother wrote it. Police still don't know about her mental health history. New this morning, an alert from doctors about surgeries with general anesthesia.
Say your genetic ancestry could greatly increase your risk. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan is on this story for us. Kelly, you talked to several doctors. What are they saying about this? And when it comes to a certain demographic, not everybody's willing to volunteer that information.
That's right. And this has certainly raised a lot of eyebrows about why certain people are being asked this question, but it's being asked of all families, especially at All Children's Hospital, where they are asking parents specifically if there is a history of Venezuelan heritage in their family. And while adverse reactions to anesthesia are rare, and we have had 2 confirmed cases of pediatric deaths in the state that are believed to be related to this genetic mutation, again, doctors are saying that there are alternatives out there, and the most important thing is to really have an in-depth conversation with your physician and with your care team about this specific issue. If there are any concerns about any family history of adverse reactions to anesthesia, you need to provide that information for them so that they can protect you and your family.
All right, Kelly Cowan live for us this morning. We'll talk to you later on. Thanks.
It's 8:06 now and happening today in St. Petersburg. Pro-life advocates and family members of Terri Schiavo are headed to court hoping to unseal guardianship records over 20 years after her high-profile death in Pinellas. Back in 1990, Schiavo collapsed in her St. Petersburg home. She was resuscitated but had severe brain damage and was in a persistent vegetative state for 15 years while a legal challenge to take her off life support played out. Terri's husband, Michael, said that she would want the feeding tube removed, but her parents disagreed and hoped that she would recover. In 2005, a judge ordered the tube to be removed, and Terri died 2 weeks later. The Life and Hope Network says that critical portions of Schiavo's guardianship records remain hidden from public view. It says the records were sealed at Michael Schiavo's request shortly after Terri's passing. An effort to unseal the records was denied back in 2024. Oral arguments in the appeal are set for this morning before Florida's 2nd District Court of Appeal in St. Petersburg. The Life and Hope Network says that both the Florida Constitution and the First Amendment protect the public's right to inspect court records.
Still ahead, there is a push to allow state lawmakers to rename Florida's major airports.
And a bill making its way through the legislature would change one of them. We'll tell you who'd get the honor. And a super speeder on a motorcycle now behind bars after being caught going over double the speed limit. Who police say was riding on the back of his bike.
And let's check in one more time with Charlie Belcher. Hey, Charlie.
Hello there, Walter and Laura. I am in Sarasota this morning on East Avenue, a place called Michael's on East, about to celebrate 40 years in business, fine dining. We're going to take a look at what they're serving up on the menu, and we're starting with the seafood. You'll see food if you stick around.
And now, Fox 13 meteorologist Dave Osterberg with your Sky Tower radar forecast.
Nobody's walking on the beach this morning. Wonder why. What a beautiful start to our day, though. We had some cloud cover. It was interesting. Temperatures were plummeting overnight, and then between about 3 and about 6:30 or so, we had just a little band of clouds move through, and I think it kept a few folks above freezing. It made just a smidge of a difference this morning, but folks, it's still cold out there. 38 in Sun City Center, mid-30s over in Plant City. I'll show you the wind chills in a second. West Chase at about 39. Where it is below freezing or at freezing, Brooksville, Weeki, Wauchee, Bushnell, Inverness, Crystal River. Crystal River and Inverness in the upper 20s this morning. It's 40 in Bradenton. And interestingly enough, you know, you always think like Brooksville and Inverness and Crystal River, those folks are going to be the coldest. Not this morning. It's Northport at 26 degrees. Also freezing in Arcadia, barely above freezing around the Wauchula area, and mid to upper 30s for Polk County this morning. We got a little bit of a wind, 5, 10, you see 12-mile-per-hour winds. We got a gust of 20 in Clearwater. That's dragging it down a little bit more. So the wind chills this morning are in the 20s and the 30s. And the 20s for the wind chills go all the way down to Arcadia. Please bundle up. I mean, even with that full sunshine coming back today, a north wind, we're still going to have a struggle just to make it back mainly into the upper 50s for those high temperatures today. So upper 50s along the coast. Maybe we squeeze out a few lower 60s inland. Tonight, we're back to the cold again. Temperatures at or below freezing for many areas. In fact, the freeze warnings are back for most of you tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow, a little bit nicer, maybe the mid 60s in spots. Friday looks to be the warmest. Upper 60s on Friday with a southwest wind, and then everything changes on Saturday. Friday night to Saturday, we're going to get some rain to move through with a cold front. We need that. That's not the big story. After the front comes through on Saturday morning at some point, the northwest winds are going to take over and drag in tremendously cold air. So you're heading off to the parade on Saturday afternoon. Plan on the parade starting in the 50s, but ending in the 40s with wind chills in the 30s. And then when we wake up Sunday morning, and a lot of it's going to depend on how strong this low gets off the eastern seaboard, but the majority of us, including Tampa proper, are probably going to be at or below freezing Sunday morning with wind chills in the teens. Don't throw something at the television. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. I'm not making it happen. So mostly sunny skies. The chill continues today with the upper 50s for you. Tonight, whatever you did to protect those plants and the pets and all that good stuff, do it again tonight. Freeze warning east and north, wind chills in the 20s for others. Then more sunshine, a bit milder tomorrow as those highs head back up into the mid-60s for you. Now, we do have choppy conditions on the coastal waters. Not that, with a 50-degree temperature, you want to get out there and boat. However, just be careful. We do have 68 on Friday. That's the warmest. Down to 32 in Tampa Sunday and Monday with 20s inland and wind chills in the teens come Sunday morning. 48 Sunday afternoon's high.
All right, Dave, taking you out to the roadways right now. Here's a live look at your commute. The Sunshine Skyway Bridge, that's moving along pretty well for you here, as you can see in that really pretty shot. Now over to 75 at Fowler, some southbound volume here really slowing you down heading into Tampa. But some other problems popping up for us. Here is a crash. This is on 41 northbound at Gibsonton Drive. You can see heavy delays all the way back behind Rodine Road. And then heading on over to another incident at Caruso Road and Horseshoe Boulevard, a local crash there through Manatee County. As you continue down on 75, though, into Northport, smooth sailing here. We did have some debris on the roadway around River Road. That's all cleared and moving along. Your Pasco County majors, those are in good shape. It looks like State Road 54 building some slight volume, though. And of course, it's Wednesday, so it's time to check out some great rides here on Good Day. So check this one out. It's a replica, a 1937 Chevy replica Legend X race car. Good Day viewer William in Brooksville says it is street legal after he made some modifications. We sure do love this. It gets a lot of head turns and we can see why. And it also wins William a lot of trophies. What an awesome car. He says Legend race cars are a smaller scale. They're replicas of the American modified automobiles from 1930s and 1940s. Sure do love that classic look. Thanks, William. And remember, if you have an awesome ride to share, let us know. Email your photos and information to the email address WTVTGreatRides@fox.com, and you can see your ride right here on Good Day. So make sure to include a few photos or videos and a little bit about it so we can talk about it. Wally?
Arnold, thank you. A special partnership is giving a priceless gift to hundreds of people around the world. How a Florida doctor and famous social media influencer are banding together to combat some of the most common and preventable causes of blindness. That's coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. And do you feel like you're always racing against the clock? Never waking up on time, you're running late? There could be a good explanation. Find out in our next hour. And Charlie Belcher's in Sarasota this morning at Michael's on East. Some fine dining on this Wednesday morning. We'll check in with him when we come back.
Charlie's World is sponsored by
the Golden Diamond Source,
3800 Almerton Road.
Good Day, Tampa Bay, 1212 South East Avenue in Sarasota. You will find Michael's on East. Fine dining establishment. First opened in 1987. They are open for dinner Tuesdays through Saturdays. You want lunch? Well, you go to the Green Orchid. That is the restaurant at Marie Selby Botanical Gardens, and that is also operated by the same group that owns Michael's on East. But you come here for dinner. Executive Chef Jamil, been here now for over 15 years.
Over 15 years.
Been with the same family and their other concept for years before that. So you're part of the family.
Part of the family, basically.
All right. There you go. My goodness, that lobster is huge.
I see it. I'm loving this Gatsby theme, too. I'm feeling the vibe.
Right?
Yeah.
Very 1930s supper club, yeah. And I can almost hear the music in my head. Can almost taste the martini.
I love it.
Not quite this early, but
close. We get the picture. All right, Charlie, thank you. We'll check in with you in a little while. Stay with us. Coming up next, a new resource for local pet owners, how the new Lost Pet database works. Coming up after the break.
Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back, everybody. 8:30 on this Wednesday morning. Here are some of the morning headlines.
We have an update on a boy from Minneapolis who was taken with his father to a detention facility in Texas. ICE agents say the boy's father entered the U.S. illegally, and they're trying to deport them. But a judge just issued a temporary restraining order. The images made headlines last week after the 5-year-old was spotted with agents outside his home. Agents claimed that the father ran off when they tried to arrest him, and the boy's mother wouldn't claim him. The family claims that the agents were using the boy as bait. The ICE agents also say that they took the boy with his father at the father's request.
Amazon once again making major cuts to its workforce. We knew this was coming, but now we have an actual figure behind it. This morning, the company announced nearly 16,000 jobs will be slashed in the latest round of layoffs, second massive round of cuts in just 4 months. Also the biggest since 2023, when the company cut 27,000 jobs. Amazon says its U.S.-based staff will be given 90 days to look for a new role internally. Those who are unsuccessful will be offered severance pay and outplacement benefits.
8-time Super Bowl winning head coach Bill Belichick will not get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for his first year of eligibility. Reports say the former Patriots head coach failed to get the 40 out of 50 votes needed. He won 6 titles in New England and also won 2 Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator for the New York Giants. He'll have another chance next year. The 2026 class will be unveiled February 5th.
Seems a little fishy why he wasn't voted in.
Yeah, you got to wonder what's up with it. Something.
He'll get in, just I guess not this time. All right. Happening right now, a group from Moffitt Cancer Center is heading to Tallahassee.
And not for a tour, but to put faces and stories behind the funding that lawmakers are deciding on right now. Fox 13's Matt McClellan is live this morning with the people making that 4-hour drive and why they're saying it matters so much to them. Good morning, Matt.
200 miles, and for the people making this trip, this is personal. One of them is Ed Cutler, one of the people on this trip. He's not a doctor, he's not a lawmaker, he is a cancer survivor himself, and he says that it is the research they are advocating for today to which he owes his life.
It's a passion. All right, Matt McClellan, live for us this morning. Matt, thank you.
Why are we doing this? With a kid in the back of this bike. Mr. Johnson, why are we doing this?
Marion County, a super speeder was arrested on a motorcycle going 106 miles per hour. Now, making it even worse, he had a child riding on the back. Body cam video captured the moment he was pulled over. His excuse, the motorcycle was experiencing mechanical issues and that he was testing it out. Turns out he was already ticketed twice before for speeding.
Well, new this morning, a new high-tech way to help find lost pets.
It's a new online database. Good day's Heather Healy joining us live with a look at how it works. Heather, good morning.
Hey, good morning to both of you guys. We're focusing this morning on this new online app that Manatee County Animal Welfare has called the Lost and Found Pet app. It's a great resource and tool if your pet ever gets lost. Yeah, it really is. There are multiple options to get this done. You can check with Manatee County, or you can also head to our website, fox13news.com, for a link to this story to explore the app as well. So it's a really, really good resource if you ever lose a pet.
It'll definitely be helpful when I'm thinking about all the fireworks times.
That's right.
4th of July,
Yep.
New Year's, 100%. All right, Heather Healy live for us this morning. Talk to you later on. Thanks.
Yep.
Right.
Hey,
Hello,
boy,
Dave.
it's chilly.
It is. Boy, we've had an extended stretch this time around. It's been one of the coldest stretches we've had in years.
It feels it. Every day we're feeling it more, and you're saying this is here to stay.
It's a preview for Sunday morning. I think Sunday morning is going to be the real cold stuff.
You say it feels like temperatures in the teens?
In the teens. And I can't remember the last time that's happened around here. So
Can I just say I'm not mad at long stretches because it's not put the jeans away, get them back out. Like
yeah,
just
I get it.
That's
keep
true.
them within.
Not 80 on Saturday and then freezing on Sunday.
I mean, like 81 last weekend, and then in the 40s for the parade this weekend.
Pretty
that
much,
kind of deal. Okay.
yeah.
That's what we're doing, though. I mean, imagine if the children's parade had been this weekend. It would be a whole different world. Look at this shot. So we're looking west out of Crystal River, and this is just right toward the coast. How gorgeous is that? 34 degrees from that camera, light winds. We had a little bit of cloud cover overnight. We're starting to push that out now. It's 40 in Sarasota with wind chills in the 30s. These are the actual air temperatures. 32 in Brooksville. We got 40 in Sarasota. Bartow, Lakeland, Wesley Chapel, all in the upper 30s for you this morning. You go statewide, still well below freezing. Tallahassee's at Jacksonville at about 30 degrees this morning. You throw a little bit of wind in there, especially in Central Florida, those 7 to 12 mile per hour winds, which really isn't a lot of wind, but it is enough to take those temperatures and make them feel just a few degrees cooler. So the wind chill feels like temperature this morning ranges from about 29 in Brooksville to 36 36 in Sarasota. That's a big old bundle up indeed. Now, temperatures today are going to struggle once again. We got to the mid-50s yesterday. Maybe if we get to the upper 50s today. A couple of spots in the lower 60s. Cold again tonight. Then a little bit of a warm up tomorrow. We go back to the mid-60s. But by and large, the warmest day of the week will be Friday. And on Friday, we'll make it into the upper 60s before the changes start. Friday night and Saturday morning, we're looking at some rain to move through. We need it. That's good. That's not the big story, though. It's not going to be the rain, because behind it, the cold air is going to come rushing right back in. And it all really kind of depends on this area of low pressure developing east of our state and then moving northward, kind of paralleling the eastern seaboard. The stronger this low becomes and where this high is placed, you put all this together and we're going to get this very strong north wind, which is going to drive even colder air in. So let's say you're headed to the parade, headed to a party for the parade, or whatever you're going to be doing on Saturday afternoon. Temperatures are going to start in the 50s and fall into the 40s as the parade nears an end. Then it drops quickly into the 30s, and when you wake up Sunday morning, 20s inland, freezing even possibly right along the coast, but those wind chills will be in the teens, and Sunday highs will only be in the 40s. And I want you to keep in mind that 72 is our normal high for this time of year, and on Sunday it's going to be in the upper 40s. Want a little bit of good news? Looks like latter portion of next week it warms back up, like to normal. Warms back up kind of stuff. So mostly sunny. The chill continues today as we struggle in the 30s this morning, but eventually get back into the upper 50s for you. Clear and cold with a freeze warning east and north tonight. East and north down around freezing. Tampa about 38, and then tomorrow mid-60s. It's going to feel, the mid-60s will feel real nice compared to the past couple of days. So we'll be a little bit milder for your Thursday afternoon. Unfortunately for boaters, north winds 10 to 15 knots, giving us those choppy conditions again today on the coastal waters. Through our next 7, there's that 68 for you. Looking great on Friday. Then dropping temperatures Saturday afternoon. You wake up 32 on Sunday in Tampa with wind chills in the teens, and high on Sunday of 48, but back to 63 by next Tuesday.
Dave, thank you. Girls' Night just got a lot more productive coming up in our next hour. The new trend bringing friends together to do exactly that. Plus, using AI to tackle one of life's biggest milestones, buying a home. Would you do it? Would you trust artificial intelligence? Well, we'll find out how it works. I don't know, maybe that can make us more trusting. And coming up next, cold weather is impacting the tropical fisheries here in the Bay Area. They need it to stay warm. A look at how they're keeping the fish safe coming up next.
Dempsey comes to live.
How does that sound?
Plus, Catherine Lanassa from the Pit.
Kelly and Mark, today at 10 on Fox 13. Fox 13 helps you make every day a good day.
Cold weather here in the Bay Area isn't stopping people from going out to sunken gardens, but the Botanical Garden is keeping an eye on the weather.
And Fox 13's Kylie Jones shows how the team protects against the cold, from the plants to the flamingos. And, you know, another concern with this below normal temp is the local tropical fish industry. Fish farms across our region are on high alert. Some are in outdoor ponds, others inside warehouses. They're struggling to keep the fish warm. Researchers say any water below 65 degrees is dangerous for these fish. And when it comes to shipping these tropical species nationwide, issues have quickly compounded. This week's winter weather canceled thousands of flights, resulting in backed up orders and short delays, putting hundreds of these homegrown fish at risk.
Shipping fish when airports are shut down and there's too much snow, we can't get orders out, then it backs up for a few days after that. So it affects our ability to make, profit.
Those heaters only last so long, and you can get fish just sitting in the cargo hold of an aircraft and eventually leading to mortality. So bad time to ship.
Well, after losing thousands of fish during a prolonged period of winter weather in 2022, Consolidated Fish Farms in Riverview changed the way they operate, shifting away from species overly sensitive to cold weather. All right, let's get back out to Charlie Belcher right now. See what he's up to by now, hanging out in Sarasota. Good morning. Oh, hello.
Oh, it's a terrible chord It's a terrible C chord. Sorry, everybody. I wish I knew how to play the piano.
Oh, but you sound like you do. That's all that matters.
I can fake it for about 10 seconds. That's about it. But you could sit here with a professional, tickling the ivories here at Michael's on East. Love a bar that's got a piano, that's got a bar connected to the piano. You can actually sit around the piano here, have a cocktail in this 1930s supper club theme during Gatsby hour, they call it. And then maybe you want to order dinner. We showed you what they're serving up seafood-wise in the last segment. It's all about the meats in this next segment. So stay tuned, everybody. Make it a good day, Tampa Bay. Good day, Tampa Bay. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm Charlie Belcher in Sarasota today. 1212 South East Avenue is where you will find Michael's on East. Been around since 1987, about to celebrate 40 years in existence. Fine dining restaurant, 1930s supper club theme. Chef Jamil here showed us the seafood, some of the seafood selections. In the last one, it's all about the meats now. In this one, ooh, they're open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday. I'm so distracted now. Jude Law, Jason Bateman, chocolate. There you go. What else do you need in a live shot? Stick around, everybody. We'll belly up to the bar and show you what they're serving cocktail-wise at Michael's on East when Good Day Tampa Bay continues.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
All right, take a look at this. You're looking at the absolute pros. Sliding in cold weather. Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado Springs shared this clip showing the river otters creating their own type of snow park. Even went sledding right down the water. You can call this one Snowy Bachelor Pad. All four of the zoo's otters are males.
That's the bro show.
That's for sure. Next to that, another bridge closure tonight, and we'll have much, much more.
That's right.